In a world where romantic relationships are often seen as the ultimate fulfillment, it's striking to discover that some of the most thoughtful and successful people choose to remain single. They aren't waiting for the perfect partner. Instead, they've discovered a profound truth that aligns with the Stoic philosophy. True contentment comes from within. This powerful realization empowers them to live fully, independently, and on their own terms. Today, we delve into the reasons behind this choice, exploring how Stoicism's principles of self-sufficiency and inner peace guide their lives. Join me as we uncover the virtues of singlehood, not as a status, but as a deliberate path to personal growth and fulfillment. If you value the insights and conversations we're sharing here, a simple free favor I could ask from you is to hit the subscribe button, and please stick with us throughout the video without skipping, as every part holds a piece of the puzzle to understanding this profound way of living. Reason number 1. High personal standards. First up, let's talk about why many brilliant people choose to remain single, because they hold remarkably high standards for themselves and for those they might consider as partners. Right now, only a small fraction of you, just 2.6% to be exact, are subscribed to the Stoic Directions channel. But subscribing is just the beginning. To really help us reach more people, I encourage you to give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. It's not merely about seeking someone who ticks off a checklist of attributes. Instead, it's about finding a person who resonates on a deeper level, someone who embodies the core values of Stoicism: simplicity, integrity, and rationality. These are not just buzzwords. They are the pillars upon which they build their lives, and by extension, any relationships they choose to enter into. For those who align with Stoic principles, every relationship must be more than just companionship. It should be a partnership that enhances life rather than complicates it. They believe in cultivating relationships that foster both personal and collective growth, nurturing a bond that supports mutual achievements and personal development. This means looking for partners who are not only compatible in tastes or hobbies, but who share a profound philosophical alignment where both individuals see eye to eye on what truly matters in life. In this light, settling for less isn't an option. It's not about demanding perfection from a partner, but rather about not compromising on the essential aspects of one's philosophy of life. Stoicism teaches that tranquility and virtue are the highest goods. Therefore, a potential partner must contribute positively to these ends rather than detract from them. The high standards in question are thus about maintaining one's tranquility and pursuing virtue consistently. This approach might narrow the field, but it also means that any relationship formed is likely to be incredibly strong and enriching. Having high standards, according to Stoic thought, is about understanding that good relationships should be effortless in their complexities and enriching in their simplicity. A Stoic seeks a partner who understands that life's trials are tackled better with a shared ethos that values clarity, ethical living, and straightforwardness. They desire a partner who views a relationship not as a mere fulfillment of personal or societal expectations, but as a joint venture towards a more meaningful, virtuous life. Reason number 2. Independence is key. For those who deeply connect with Stoic values, independence in life means having the freedom to make decisions based on one's own judgment and principles, without needing to compromise for the sake of another's desires or expectations. It's about maintaining control over one's own life and ensuring that every choice aligns with one's ethical and philosophical standards. This degree of autonomy allows them to pursue their true purpose and passions without distraction or deviation, which is why a romantic relationship might seem limiting rather than liberating. In a world where romantic entanglements often demand compromises and adjustments, maintaining one's independent streak can be challenging. Those who value their independence highly cherish the ability to pursue their aspirations and life goals uninhibited. They thrive on the freedom to explore, create, and grow individually. For Stoics, the ideal state is one where they are self-reliant and their happiness is not dependent on another person. This doesn't stem from a selfish desire to avoid sharing life's journey. Rather, it's about a deeper understanding that true contentment comes from within, not from external sources. Furthermore, this independence is not about rejecting the concept of relationships altogether, but about prioritizing personal growth and inner peace over societal expectations. Stoics believe in forming relationships that do not diminish their freedom, but rather respect and enhance their independence. This means that any potential relationship must meet the high standard of not only being loving and supportive, but also of allowing both individuals to remain true to their independent natures. By prioritizing independence, they are not just avoiding the potential pitfalls of romantic relationships. They're actively choosing a path that ensures their ability to live life on their own terms. This approach guarantees that they can dedicate themselves fully to their personal and philosophical pursuits, leading to a richer, more fulfilling life that is true to the Stoic ideal of self-sufficiency and personal integrity. This profound level of independence is seen not as a barrier to intimacy, but as the very foundation upon which a truly supportive and enriching relationship could potentially be built, should the right partner come along. Reason number 3. Skeptical of relationship dynamics. This isn't about cynicism or a negative outlook on love. Rather, it's a carefully considered perspective shaped by observation and personal experience, deeply rooted in Stoic wisdom. Stoicism teaches us to approach life with a clear-eyed view, encouraging us to see things as they are, not as we wish them to be. This philosophy promotes emotional resilience and a practical approach to life's challenges, including relationships. For those who align with Stoic principles, there's often a keen awareness of the complexities and potential pitfalls that come with romantic relationships. They have observed, sometimes firsthand, the emotional turbulence, conflicts, and even the disillusionment that can arise from mismatches in expectations, values, or life goals. Such observations lead them to question whether the traditional relationship model is as fulfilling or essential as society often portrays it to be. Moreover, Stoicism teaches the importance of self-contentment and finding peace within oneself, rather than seeking it in external attachments or other people. This philosophical approach fosters a preference for maintaining one's emotional equilibrium and personal peace, which can be significantly harder to sustain in the dynamic give and take of a partnership. For those who are skeptical of relationship dynamics, the potential for emotional disturbance is often seen as a risk not worth taking, especially if they feel complete and content in their solitude. This skepticism also extends to the effectiveness of relationships in meeting deep personal and philosophical needs. Stoics often seek a level of understanding and mutual respect that goes beyond surface-level attractions or common interests. They look for connections that are truly enriching and intellectually stimulating, with a strong foundation in shared values and ethical living. The difficulty in finding such a partnership, combined with a preference for emotional stability, makes many Stoics cautious about entering into relationships that might compromise their tranquility. Reason number 4. Unique lifestyles. For those who embody these lifestyles, whether they are minimalists, nomads, adventurers, or deeply committed to unusual artistic or humanitarian projects, the idea of living an unorthodox life is not just a preference, but a calling. Stoicism, with its emphasis on living in accordance with nature and focusing on what one can control, greatly influences their life choices. For these individuals, Stoicism isn't just philosophy, it's a practical guide to living. It teaches the importance of self-discipline and control over one's own responses to external circumstances. This aligns beautifully with lifestyles that require a significant level of independence and self-reliance. For example, consider the minimalist who finds deep joy in simplicity and the essential. Stoicism supports this by teaching that happiness comes not from external possessions, but from living a life that is in accordance with one's own virtues and values. Similarly, those who choose a nomadic life find resonance with Stoicism's teachings about adaptability and the transient nature of external conditions. They move through the world, making homes wherever they go, which requires a profound ability to adjust and find contentment regardless of place or comfort, qualities that Stoicism enhances by valuing flexibility and resilience. These unique lifestyles often require a level of commitment and personal conviction that can be hard to reconcile with the compromises inherent in romantic relationships. Relationships typically involve meshing two lives together, which can mean sacrifices and adjustments that may dilute or conflict with the unconventional paths these individuals have chosen. The Stoic pursuit of personal ethical integrity and the desire to live authentically can thus make relationships seem restrictive or even contrary to their personal and philosophical goals. Moreover, Stoicism teaches the value of personal autonomy and the pursuit of individual virtue, which can further reinforce the decision to remain single. For someone deeply committed to a path that is less traveled, the independence to make choices that align perfectly with their Stoic values is crucial. It's not that these individuals are opposed to sharing their lives. Rather, their life choices demand such a high degree of personal integrity and alignment that finding a compatible partner who not only understands but also genuinely shares these values can be exceptionally challenging. Reason number 5. Career commitments. For many brilliant minds, their professional pursuits aren't just jobs. They are callings that demand a significant portion of their energy, focus, and time. This deep commitment to career is often influenced by Stoic philosophy, which values discipline, purpose, and the pursuit of excellence in one's chosen field. Stoicism teaches the importance of living according to one's nature, which for some means following a path deeply rooted in their professional ambitions. Whether they are entrepreneurs striving to launch a startup, academics dedicated to groundbreaking research, or artists immersed in perfecting their craft, the single-minded pursuit of professional excellence is a key aspect of their identity and life satisfaction. This intense focus aligns with the Stoic ideal of virtue and excellence in all endeavors. In such cases, the demands of a high-flying career can often leave little room for maintaining a romantic relationship. The time and energy required to build and sustain a successful career can conflict with the commitments needed to nurture a relationship. For Stoics, who are taught to approach life with rationality and practicality, the decision to remain single can be a strategic choice that allows them to focus on their career without the distraction or emotional upheaval that relationships can sometimes bring. Furthermore, Stoicism promotes the idea of self-sufficiency and personal contentment, which can be particularly appealing to those who are deeply career-oriented. For them, fulfillment comes from achieving their professional goals and living up to their own standards of success, rather than seeking happiness through relationships. This isn't to say that they shun human connection, but rather that they find their deepest satisfaction in accomplishments that advance their professional life. Moreover, the Stoic practice of keeping external desires minimal helps reinforce the decision to prioritize career over personal relationships. Stoicism teaches that we should focus on what we can control, our own actions, responses, and commitment to our goals. For those driven by career aspirations, maintaining control over their professional destiny is paramount, and relationships can sometimes introduce a level of unpredictability that is at odds with their life's focus. Reason number 6. Valuing financial autonomy. Many individuals choose to stay single because they cherish the freedom to manage their finances without the complexities that often come with intertwining them in a relationship. This preference for financial independence isn't just about money, it's about maintaining a sense of self-determination and personal power, themes that are central to Stoic philosophy. Stoicism teaches us to value autonomy and the ability to live according to our own principles, and this extends into the realm of financial management. For Stoics, the ability to control one's financial destiny is crucial. It's not merely about wealth accumulation, but about the freedom to make choices that align with one's values and life goals without compromise. Financial autonomy allows individuals to make decisions that are best for their personal growth and development, rather than needing to accommodate or compromise for the sake of a partner's financial habits or goals. Moreover, financial independence is often seen as a form of self-reliance, which Stoicism holds in high regard. The Stoic strives for an internal state of tranquility and freedom, which can be more readily achieved when one is not financially dependent on or obligated to another. This independence is particularly appealing to those who have witnessed or experienced the strains that financial disagreements can place on relationships. The ability to manage one's finances independently minimizes potential conflicts and enhances one's capacity to live a life that's free from the distress and disruptions that financial disagreements can cause. Additionally, for those dedicated to following a Stoic path, financial autonomy supports the pursuit of virtue in its broadest sense. It allows them to allocate resources in ways that foster their ethical and philosophical goals, whether that's investing in personal development, contributing to causes they value, or simply ensuring a lifestyle that reflects their deepest convictions about what is good and meaningful. Choosing to maintain financial independence also reflects a practical and rational approach to life's uncertainties. Stoics are taught to prepare and be resilient against unforeseen changes, and maintaining control over their finances is a crucial part of this preparedness. It's about creating a secure base from which they can pursue their goals with confidence, without the need to negotiate or consult, thus preserving their freedom of action. Reason number 7. Fulfillment in platonic relationships. For those who resonate with Stoic ideals, there's a recognition that friendships and family bonds can be incredibly fulfilling. These relationships offer stability, reliability, and a depth of understanding often untethered to the complexities and fluctuations of romantic love. Platonic relationships allow for a kind of mutual respect and appreciation that is based on shared values, intellectual harmony, and personal alignment, qualities that Stoics hold in high regard. In the realm of Stoicism, the emphasis is often on developing oneself and striving toward personal virtue. Friends who support this journey aren't just companions, they are fellow travelers on the path of personal development. These relationships can offer insights and challenges that push one towards greater self-awareness and improvement, which is more aligned with the Stoic goal of living a virtuous life. This dynamic fosters a sense of community and support, without the dependencies that can sometimes accompany romantic relationships. Moreover, Stoics value the tranquility that comes from a well-ordered life, and platonic relationships often provide emotional support without the turmoil that romantic relationships can entail. The absence of romantic drama means that these friendships can offer a peaceful companionship, which is conducive to maintaining the inner calm and rational focus that Stoicism teaches us to cultivate. The freedom that comes with platonic relationships is highly prized in Stoicism, which teaches independence and self-sufficiency. These relationships respect personal boundaries and individual pursuits, allowing one to engage deeply when together, yet providing space for personal reflection and growth when apart. This balance is ideal for those who prioritize personal development and philosophical integrity, which can sometimes be more challenging to maintain in the emotional landscape of a romantic relationship. Reason number 8. Pursuit of unconventional goals. For those who live by Stoic principles, life is not merely about following a predetermined path, but about forging one's own, driven by personal convictions and unique aspirations. This often leads to goals that deviate from societal norms, be they in the realms of career, lifestyle, or personal development. Stoicism teaches us the importance of living in accordance with our own nature and principles. For many, this means dedicating themselves to unconventional pursuits that might not align well with the typical expectations of a relationship. Whether it's dedicating life to an artistic endeavor that requires erratic schedules and intense periods of solitude, or committing to humanitarian causes in far-flung parts of the world, these pursuits demand a level of commitment that can be hard to reconcile with the demands of a conventional romantic relationship. The Stoic values self-sufficiency and the pursuit of personal virtue above all else. For those who are driven by uncommon goals, this can often mean that the path to personal fulfillment does not necessarily include a traditional partnership. Their goals require a flexibility and a degree of self-focus that might be difficult to maintain in a relationship, where compromise and shared decision-making are key. Stoicism also teaches the control of one's own destiny, and for many, this control is best exercised solo, allowing them to immerse fully in their pursuits without distraction. Furthermore, Stoicism promotes the idea of indifference to external opinions and societal pressures, which empowers those with unconventional goals to pursue their passions without seeking validation or approval from others. This philosophical backing supports the idea that one does not need to adhere to societal expectations of marriage or relationships to lead a fulfilled life. Instead, fulfillment comes from pursuing and achieving goals that are aligned with one's deepest values and convictions. The Stoic pursuit of tranquility and inner peace often aligns better with a lifestyle that prioritizes individual pursuits over shared ones. The peace of mind that comes from following one's passion without compromise or interruption is invaluable to those whose life's work lies off the beaten path. This tranquility is often more achievable in the clarity and solitude of singlehood, where the only expectations to meet are one's own. Reason number 9. Learning from past experiences. Stoicism encourages us to use our past experiences not as anchors that hold us back, but as lessons that propel us forward. For many, past relationships have provided profound insights into what truly matters in their lives and how they wish to live. These experiences, whether they involve heartbreak, betrayal, or simply the realization that their paths were diverging from those of their partners, serve as crucial learning moments. They offer clear lessons on the types of interactions and dynamics that do not serve them well and highlight the importance of being true to oneself. For those guided by Stoic principles, every experience is an opportunity for growth. Past relationships often teach about the need for compatibility, not just on superficial levels, but on deeper philosophical grounds. They learn that true companionship requires more than just shared interests. It demands a shared outlook on life, which is a realization that can often lead them to choose singlehood. This choice is not about avoiding the risk of pain, but about embracing a life that fully aligns with their Stoic values, values that emphasize rationality, self-sufficiency, and emotional resilience. Furthermore, past experiences can reveal how deeply relationships affect one's peace of mind and emotional stability. Stoicism teaches the importance of maintaining a tranquil mind, free from the disturbances that can arise from discordant or unhealthy relationships. Those who choose singlehood after such experiences often do so to preserve their inner peace, which they've learned is more easily maintained in a state of independence. This doesn't mean they close themselves off from love or companionship forever, but they become more selective, ensuring any future relationships align with their life's philosophy and goals. Additionally, Stoicism advocates for the acceptance of things we cannot change and learning to adapt to life circumstances with grace and fortitude. Learning from past experiences often means recognizing when it's wise to change one's approach to relationships altogether, choosing singlehood as a form of empowerment and a testament to their capacity for self-growth and adaptation. Reason number 10. The joy of solitude. Stoicism teaches the value of self-sufficiency and finding contentment within oneself. Solitude, therefore, is seen not just as a physical state, but as a mental and emotional space where one can engage deeply with their thoughts, reflect on their life's direction, and cultivate inner virtues without the distractions often introduced by constant social interaction. For those who find joy in solitude, this time alone is essential for maintaining their mental clarity, emotional balance, and philosophical integrity. In solitude, Stoics find the freedom to explore their thoughts and emotions in depth, to understand their true nature, and to align their actions more closely with their values. This alignment is crucial, as Stoicism places high importance on living a life that is congruent with one's ethical beliefs. Solitude allows for a kind of introspection that is unimpeded by the immediate demands of others, providing the space to critically assess one's choices and plan one's future actions based on reasoned deliberation rather than impulsive feelings. Moreover, the quiet of solitude is often seen as a sanctuary from the noise of the world. In these moments of quiet, those who love solitude find a profound sense of peace that can be elusive in the hustle of everyday social interactions. They relish the opportunity to engage in activities that bring them personal joy and satisfaction, whether it's reading, writing, meditating, or indulging in hobbies that require concentration and calm. These activities are not just pastimes, but are essential components of their Stoic practice, aiding in the cultivation of personal virtues like patience, perseverance, and mindfulness. The joy of solitude also extends to the appreciation of nature and the external world from a place of quiet observation, which is a distinctly Stoic practice. Observing the world without the need to constantly interact with it can lead to a deeper appreciation of life's beauty and a greater understanding of one's place within it. This perspective is cherished by those who find joy in solitude, as it reinforces their sense of connection to the world through a lens of thoughtful contemplation rather than active engagement. As we conclude today's journey through the profound choices that shape a Stoic's path to solitude, remember, embracing singlehood is not just about being alone. It's about being complete within oneself, armed with the virtues that define a truly fulfilled life. As we wrap up this inspiring video, I have an exciting announcement to share with all of you. Right now, our team at Stoic Directions has set an ambitious goal to reach 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And you know what they say, a goal without a plan is just a wish. That's where you come in, my friends. I'm inviting each and every one of you to join the Stoic Directions movement and help us achieve this incredible milestone.